Hi everybody.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
I'm Bethany.
And we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
And today we'll be talking about a Biomos, but before we do, we just want to remind you to subscribe so you can see all our videos as they come out. Okay, this game is designed by Greta German and is published by North Star Game Studio.
Alright, so in this game you get a chance to terraform your own planet. Alright, so there's kind of a family version of the game and then there's a standard version of the game. In the family version of the game, you're simply drafting these tokens, filling out your planet, trying to make the coolest planet possible, achieving these biomes, which we'll get to in a minute. In the standard version of the game, which is what we're going to be mainly focusing on, alright, so every planet wants to have a certain kind of landscape that you're building. So every planet likes forests. It's good for a planet to have forests. But then every other planet also has some kind of additional thing they want. Maybe they want to have more glaciers, or maybe they want to have more oceans, or whatever the case is. So you get a chance to draft these landscape tokens, and you're going to put them onto your planet. Sometimes you can use them to build a moon. Sometimes you can put them into your planets themselves. And the planet has a kind of clever pushing mechanism where it has a sliding thing going on where you can put things anywhere on this row. But once you put them in place, they cannot move. They are locked in. Alright, so you're going to draft the tokens, you're going to put them on your planet, and then you're going to get a chance to achieve these biomes. These biome cards are these cards that have certain patterns on them of landscapes that you're trying to achieve. So maybe you need, desert, glacier, desert, or something like that. And if you're able to achieve that, you're going to get some points. So you're trying to do that. You're trying to make sure that your planet itself gets points based off of whatever it likes. And you're trying to do all that while outscoring other players. You do have some special abilities that you can use when you're playing the standard mode. The special abilities allow you to turn certain landscapes into other landscapes. For instance, you can take a glacier and you can basically melt it, and you can put it back in the bag and get a different token out and turn it into something else, but it's a mystery. So it's different actions like that you can take to turn some of your landscapes into other landscapes. Forests are your friends. You want as many as possible, satisfy all your objectives, and that's kind of the overall gist of how to play Biomos.
Alright, I would recommend just completely ignoring the family mode, pretend it doesn't exist, there's no reason to play, just flip that board over and only play standard mode. The reason being, in family mode, you cannot manipulate anything that happens. So you're beholden to whatever tokens come out, and sometimes it doesn't help, sometimes you're just not getting tokens that help for your benefit, for your bonus at the end. Sometimes there's nothing out there that really aligns with what's drafting, but if you play the standard mode, depending on what tiles, like Ryan said, what tokens are next to each other, you can manipulate that further to try and rearrange your landscapes to get something that will actually score you points. And it's not even that much more difficult. All the stuff is on the side. It tells you exactly what's going on. You don't have to reference the rule book. All the information is right there. I would just completely skip the family mode and go straight into standard mode.
Alright, so the biome cards, at the beginning of the game, you're going to deal out 4 of them that are called giant biomes. There's going to be bigger, longer, complicated biome cards that you're going to have to work through for, several turns. You're not just going to instantly be able to achieve them. But there's the smaller ones that you're going to be able to get more often, right? So I kind of like planning it out so that I set one of those out and decide, okay, I'm going to try to go for this one. But along the way, you're trying to figure out which one of those kind of also pair up with that, so that way I can get some of these smaller cards along the way while I'm prepping to get the big one organized. So I like how you kind of have a long-term goal, but also these short-term goals that you're working on, so you're constantly engaged.
Yeah, and I do like the placement rules. I haven't played anything quite like that with the placement, so you do have some manipulation. You can move things around, but you can't pick anything up. So it has to be able to slide there. So you can't, if something's on the right side and you want it on the left side, you can't make that happen. That's just where it is. But you can maneuver this and slide them around and fit things in between. But I really like that. You have to think, what side do I want this token on? What am I trying to do? Because you can't move it further than that. And I actually enjoyed that restriction because the whole thing wasn't restricted. It was just this one thing that you had to think about and plan about, and I really liked that.
Yeah, they're basically trying to mechanically or thematically using gravity. Gravity is what's locking it all in place.
Yeah.
But what's one thing that can mess with gravity in a planet is the moon. All right, so you get a chance to, like I mentioned earlier, or hinted at earlier, you can build your own moon. So one of the times when you're drafting your little tokens, instead of putting on your planet, you can use it to place in your moon spot. That does 2 things for you. first of all, at the end of the game, you're going to get an extra multiplier of points based off whatever landscape matches your moon. So let's say you're going for glaciers, and you happen to have a glacier moon. All your glaciers on your planet are going to score an additional 3 points, which is a lot. So you want to kind of maximize your moon points as well as whatever your planet likes. If you can pair them up, it's even better. So the other thing that happens, though, is you get a one-time immediate bonus benefit of being able to pick up one tile and put it anywhere else on the board. So it kind of breaks that gravity law, just as a one-time thing right when you build your moon. So it's kind of fun to mess with that and see how it works out thematically and mechanically as well.
Yeah. I liked it. I thought it was easy. I thought it was fun. I was able to get into it right away. There's also a solo mode if you really enjoy it. You're basically competing against the black hole. If they get tokens that match any of the biomes that are available, the black hole consumes it. So you no longer have that as something that you can score later. So you're competing with that and trying to get the most points, and because whatever it consumes, that's its points. So you're trying to just defeat that. So there's a little bit of
Is that how calories works? Do I get a lot of points when I eat food?
Yeah, sure. Yes. But yeah, so there is that. I thought it was fun and really simple. Definitely a family level game.
I agree.
Just don't play family mode.
Don't play family mode with the family.
Yes.
Play standard mode
with the family. Yes.
And then never play the family mode.
Yes.
Ever.
Yeah.
All right, so I agree. This is it's a fun game. It's actually really satisfying for a pretty short game. You know, you get a good game in a short amount of time. It's not filled with tons of big decisions. It's not going to brain burn you or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's a fun, cool, interesting game. There is kind of built into the DNA of the design the idea of conservation or eco-responsibility. It's kind of built into the DNA of the design, which is kind of cool. So I think that the fact that it doesn't come with plastic, I think, kind of lends itself to that idea. Yeah. So if you are a person who wants plastic bags in your game, this doesn't come with one because of, again, that DNA that's built into it. But it's a fun game. I like it. It's short. It's quick. It's fun.
Everybody, thank you so much for watching it. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see our videos as they come out. Until then, you can find us in all of these places.
You guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
You guys, thanks so much for watching. This game was provided to us by a publisher in exchange for a fair and honest review.
And if you want to see more stuff, check out over here to see something we think you might like.
And over here, we think that YouTube has picked out a great video for you you're going to love. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.